today, that can only mean one thing. It's another Gold Diggers vlog, and today, Hamworthy United take on Folland Sports in Wessex Division 1.
We are here on Pool Quay, which is probably only about a 15-minute walk away from Hamworthy's ground. This pub we've chosen is the Jolly Sailor. Matt's had a few of those in his time. The good thing about Pool Quay is not only this pub, but there's actually about 10 pubs within a 200-metre radius. So it's definitely on my stag do list if I ever get around to getting married. But for this pub, they've got a nice outdoor seating area, which is great on a sunny day. Not so sunny today, but at least it's still warm. It's got a good selection of beers: Madries, Amstels, Peronis, no Fosters, Carlsberg Matthew. It's also got Thatcher's Gold and Thatcher's Haze as well. So if I want a session today, I'm definitely coming back here after the game.
Commercial manager at Hamworthy United FC.
Director,
sorry.
A couple of months ago, yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what the job entails.
Obviously, been involved with the club for 35 years, in many different roles. When obviously everything hit the wall last year, come back involved, sat down with the team as commercial manager, trying to obviously generate revenue from local businesses, trying to get people back into the club, trying to increase our crowds, but also trying to recover ourselves from the situation we're in, because obviously it was dire. So that's basically it, really, is to try and generate revenue and also to manage the social media team. So the first objective was how do we link our commercial and social team together, because it wasn't great. Now we've got 4 lads who, Josh Buck, Chris Miller, Ed Crumpler and Charlie Griff, who do our VO, do our socials, do our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And it's not perfect yet, but it's a downside better than what it was. And people see what we're trying to do and trying to promote, what good club we are, local community, trying to bring people back in.
And how important is social media in that role to get people into the ground on match day?
Massive. I think without it now, as a club, you're dead. Because everybody else is, really up in their game, and that's what we're trying to do as well. So, even people like you, you're here today. TVTV Sports are here today. We've got photographers here today. Just getting that presence out, showing your sponsors boards, showing the match, showing what, we've done an awful lot of work in the ground. Like next to you now, Mike Russell has just been here night and day almost for 6 months. That's why it looks so good. There's credit that man there. And
it's your first game back in the Wessex League after everything that happened a couple of seasons ago. Looking forward to it.
Just to be back is everything, So 6 months ago, 9 months, the turnaround for the club is unbelievable. But it's just the first step. So the football's obviously important. We want to be competitive, but just being back in, having a chance to build slowly again from stable foundations, work within our budgets, and try and build slowly off the pitch, on the pitch, and also our spectator base as well.
That's brilliant. Thank you very much for your time, Andy. Always appreciate your chat.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Here we are today. We have decided to take in the start of the Wessex Division 1.
Indeed.
For our first vlog of the weekend, although there's quite a few tasty FA Cup qualifying fixtures today, which we'll keep an eye on.
Yeah.
But hoping to get the vlog off and running today after a pretty good one Tuesday, wasn't it, at Brock? But I haven't had the best of seasons. I've had 2 0-0s in 6 days in my first 3 games, so not off to the best of start, and neither is Matthew, because he has broken his phone 6 days into new season. It's not the camera or the tripod, which is good.
We'll make that change.
Yes, but yeah, I'm on a bit of a high at the moment. I've just been complimented on my excellent vlogging skills at the pub and by Matthew by a fine gentleman. I'm not going to let it go to my head though throughout the season. I'm just going to keep my feet on the ground.
There's nothing I can say to that. No, actually nothing I can say to that.
Compliments, Craig. One Matthew Neal this season. So Matthew, what are your views on today's? Because obviously after Hamworthy's past 18 months, we've vlogged before, haven't we?
Yeah.
So it's a good excuse to go back to one of our older vlogs to find out. But it's good to see him back, isn't it?
It's wonderful to see him back. I mean, this is a starting league for them as they try and work their way back up. But it's the league they deserve to be in.
Yes. With the setup they've got here.
Yes, it's an absolutely amazing
Brilliant.
setup. I mean, Andy's done an amazing job getting all the sponsors in, and they've got really good social media, so check them out on Twitter if you're watching this. They've also kept some players, sort of the core squad from last season. Nemo Nixon, Charlie Cox, young defender, 16 years old, really good. Ben Marsh was the captain last season. They've retained all those, but they've added Toby Diaz from Portland, 3 players from New Milton, Thomas Lanham, Connor Ford and Christopher Spears. They're all intricate in that keeping New Milton almost up towards the end of the season.
From Wimborne or something, isn't it?
Yeah, right. Lovely. Nemo Nixon was their top scorer last season with 14 goals, so he's a player to watch out for. Very skillful, could pick a pass.
Also, they can find him today in the box.
Very good.
Sorry.
As for Folland, an amazing season. Folland, sorry. Amazing.
You said you were good. You knew how to pronounce.
Yeah. Finished 8th in the division last season. Very good team, very organised, know their jobs. James has done a really good job building the squad.
Well, we saw 2 of their games towards the end of this last season, and they beat East Cows, who were up there 3-0.
Yeah.
And we watched them in this round, didn't we? Against Hamworthy.
Yeah,
they put in a really good performance then as well.
They were very impressive against East Cows, I thought, last season. They contained them. They
took their chances.
Took their chances well, and they hit them on the break. And towards the end of the game, they looked like the stronger team. Josh Carey is still the club. He's got 8 goals in 9 starts last season, but they brought in Azadine Trod as well, a striker, who also played for New Milton during that almost great escape last season. They've lost top scorer Ashton Palmier, who got 10 goals last season, to Blackfield and Langley, and also Gideon Montanga, who was a brilliant central defender against East Cows Vicks. He's gone to Blackfield as well. So I think the problem at this level is, if you don't have the money to sort of get players to come and play for you, and you're not sort of a big club in Wessex standards, you've got to try and build that squad and keep it together as long as possible. So I think maybe losing certain players is a bit of a rebuild job for Folland.
But you can say that about a lot of clubs at this stage of the season.
Of course you can, yeah.
One job. It's only 8 quarters, 1 missing. Was it 9 teams, boss? Oh, you give it to someone, have you? All right, no worries.
Come on then, boys, let's go.
It's nice of him wait for me to get in position. Wait until I got here.
Pockets! Pocket!
Yeah.
Reverse it out here!
Not a fan.
Shaping up nicely. Yeah.
Wants to stay safe,
Yeah, it was. I only bought it for a couple of laps.
Now give it Nemo. Move.
It's a good ball.
Play. No foul. Good, Ben. Time.
Done well there.
Goalkeeper completely takes it in. Really good game. Oh.
done, Westy. Go, you! Man, come in! Head up! Head up!
Alan, get the ball! Go for it! There you go. Twos, inside! Drop inside! Twos!
Lovely.
Good ball.
Alan, die!
Well played,
Drive! Drive!
says him in an unbiased voice.
Put it to the darts, that's the ball. Get your shot, kid. Ah, I should have got your
HT is Hamworthy United 0, Folland Sports 1. I have to say, thoroughly more entertaining than last night's game that I watched. A bit more end to end, a few more chances today, and I think Folland really good value for their lead. I think overall.
A lot of upheaval in the club we've found out since we did the intro. So to actually be 1-0 up and playing how they're playing is a great achievement, I think.
Yeah, because it sounds like it's a brand new team today, doesn't it?
The goal was a long ball over the top. Hamworthy's goalkeeper misjudged it, and number 10 sort of ran through and tapped it into the empty net. Good. He sort of read it well to see if there was a mistake, he was going to be in the right place.
Yeah, anticipation's the key, isn't it?
Nemo Nixon's got down the right-hand side for Hamworthy. He put a couple of dangerous balls across the box, but no one sort of interpreted where they were going, and no one's made any contact. There's a couple of other chances for Hamworthy.
So they can find him, but he just can't find the players, can they?
Yeah, you've been dying to say that joke.
Fucking shocking decision, linesman. Wait, turn your hearing aid up.
It's my defence, we don't usually film throw-ins.
No, you're right.
There you go. So I wasn't expecting it.
Dan, 1-0 in the end. Happy with the result?
If you'd have asked me before the game, would I have taken 1-0? Yes. After 90 minutes, am I happy? No.
No.
My boys were superb today, all, man for man, all ran the pitch, couldn't have done any better. Very controversial goal, but at the same time, I'm fully aware in football, some things don't always go your way.
It's been a bit of sort of turmoil, sort of build up to the season, isn't it? With Jay just sort of going out 2 weeks, coming in, sort of rushing to get a squad together. How proud are you of the boys?
Very proud. To the point where people were called up with 2 days' notice. Some of these boys I've not even met yet until today. So man for man, as I say, they were phenomenal. Just goes to show that moving forward, Follands are going to be in a good place.
A lot of players come through your youth setup as well. So how important is that to the club?
It's very important. For me, age is irrelevant. If you're good enough, you're old enough. So moving forward at Follands, that's going to continue.
That's brilliant. Thank you very much for your time. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Thank you. Keith, how do you sum up today's game?
I think for the first game for this season, and the fact that we've put a whole brand new team together from last year, I think we applied ourselves well. If anything, I thought we deserved to win the game. We had a lot of chances, a lot of balls across the box. We just weren't very clinical. Switched off really badly for their goal. So yeah, all in all, I suppose the draw was a fair result, but yeah, we could have done better.
Well, it's a little controversy around your goal. What do you make of that?
So me and Dan, but we're both facing the other way, and all we saw was the ball go in the back of the net. Their manager started going mad, which, I'll be honest, until I see it, I don't really know. I'm hearing a lot of things from some people, from the fans, from our players, and I'm hearing another side from theirs. I don't know, tough one until I see it.
And like you said, build a new team up this season. What's the ultimate aim for this season for Hamworthy?
I think really from where the club was, obviously start last season, being dropped out of the Southern League, and then keeping the reserves together and trying to build with the young lads. I think it's now to get sort of established in Wessex 1. Obviously, myself and Dan are very competitive people. We're not happy with just also ran, so we'll be pushing to do well in the league. Ultimately, it's good for the club to be back in Wessex, but ideally we'll really be pushing to get back in Wessex Prem and back to Southern League. So.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it. Cheers.
FT was, Hamworthy United 1, Folland Sports 1. Probably overall on balance of play, I'd say that was a fair result, although controversial scenes for Hamworthy United's goal. First confession of the season, technical error. I didn't get it on camera in the end because we just wasn't expecting the throw-in to lead anywhere, because we don't usually film throw-ins, but Matt's going to take great pleasure in ribbing me for this for the rest of the day. But apparently there was a Folland player down, wasn't there? Yeah. And they were calling for the ball to go out, but as the Folland goalkeeper was throwing the ball out, the ref blew, so technically it should have been a free kick, we've heard, but as the ref continued to throw in, the Hamworthy player nipped in and lobbed the keeper.
Bailey Rowe,
yeah. But I think on reflection, probably wasn't the best second half in terms of chances, was it? But I think Hamworthy deserved their goal towards the end.
Yeah, they played some nice stuff. They're very expansive, played out from the back, kept the ball on the floor. But I think Folland were quite happy to let them have that possession because they knew their jobs. They were tight at the back. Absolutely, really disciplined performance, I think, from them, especially the back four.
Yeah,
and they were looking to
heads could easily drop if you drop behind early doors, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think they were looking to try and catch Hamworthy on the break when they could. I think Nemo Nix was a bit quiet today from what he has been. Bailey Rowe up front was pretty good. Finley West in sort of number 10 role, he looked lively for Hamworthy as well. And there's some good performances to build on, and I think it's an encouraging start of the season for both teams.
Yeah, exactly. It's always best to go into your game, isn't it? Not losing your first game. But another decent vlog, isn't it?
Yeah.
First day where both of us are on the few beers, so it's always slightly more fun, and anything could happen, as that goal proved that I missed.
Craig's not allowed beer anymore because he misses goals.
No more beer. I'll get the old chauffeur keys out next. But yeah, we've got a busy week next week. So if anyone wants to come say hi at any of these games, we're at Blackfield versus Baffins, where we get to see our first glimpse of Brett Pittman in a Baffin shirt, and apparently he's got even shorter hair than me now. Wednesday I'll be at Milton Town because it's on my doorstep. I think they're playing Ringwood, and then we're actually filming next Saturday at Bournemouth Poppies versus Porchester, which is always good to watch, isn't it, at Porchester, because I'm sure they'll bring a few fans down. So yeah, watch this space and tune in next week. Just to close the vlog, really, just want to say fantastic hospitality today, isn't it, by Hamworthy United. Couldn't have asked for more, really. Being, free entry, I've been offered a couple of drinks, I've even been fed. So that's one happy goal digger today, and I recommend this club to anyone that wants to come for a day out at the football, and we'll definitely be back.